Have you ever truly considered that question? Why not you for success? Why not you for profound happiness? Why not you for all the truly wonderful things life has to offer? You see, back in my own journey, I used to grapple with this very same question, and let me tell you, it was a profound turning point. It was the spark that ignited the flame of ambition within me, setting me firmly on a path to extraordinary achievements. Now, I want you to genuinely ponder this. Why shouldn't you be the one to achieve great things? Why shouldn't you be the one to live a life brimming with abundance and deep fulfillment? When you really think about it, there's no good reason, is there? The unvarnished truth is that success doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your origins, the color of your skin, or the size of your bank account when you were growing up. Success is, in essence, an equal opportunity employer. It's available to anyone who is truly willing to pay the price. And what exactly is that price, you might ask? Well, it's not measured in dollars and cents or in any material wealth. The true price of success is paid in sweat, in unwavering dedication, and in relentless perseverance. It's paid in those early mornings and late nights, in the unyielding willingness to learn, to grow, to confront your deepest fears, and ultimately to conquer them. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but I'm not special. I don't possess any extraordinary talents. Let me share a secret with you. Neither did I when I first embarked on my journey. And frankly, neither did most of the incredibly successful people you admire. What truly distinguishes successful individuals isn't some innate gift or an inherent talent, it's their mindset. It's their resolute willingness to work tirelessly, to keep pushing forward even when the going gets incredibly tough. It's their remarkable ability to perceive opportunities where others only see insurmountable obstacles. You see, success isn't about being the smartest person in the room, nor is it about having the most natural talent. It's about being the most determined. It's about being the one who steadfastly refuses to give up, who keeps forging ahead when everyone else has thrown in the towel. Consider it this way. Every single great achievement in human history began with someone daring to ask themselves, why not me? The Wright brothers didn't invent the airplane simply because they were the only ones who harbored a desire to fly. They did it because they were the ones who unequivocally refused to accept that it couldn't be done. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb because he was the sole individual who yearned for better illumination. He did it because he was prepared to fail 1,000 times to unearth the one method that would actually work. And do you know what? You possess that very same potential within you. You have the inherent ability to achieve truly great things, to make a profound and lasting difference in this world. All you need to do is genuinely believe in yourself and be willing to wholeheartedly put in the work. I'm not here to tell you it will be easy, nothing truly worthwhile ever is, but I am absolutely telling you that it will be worth it. The journey to success is the most immensely rewarding journey you will ever embark upon. It's a journey of profound self-discovery, of immense personal growth, of consistently becoming the absolute best version of yourself. And here's the truly beautiful aspect of success: it's not a zero-sum game. Your success doesn't come at the expense of someone else's. In fact, there's an abundant supply of success to go around. Even more wonderfully, your success can serve as a potent inspiration for others to achieve their own cherished dreams. So, I ask again, why not you? Why not you to finally launch that business you've been meticulously dreaming about? Why not you to write that book that has been simmering and brewing within your mind? Why not you to make a tangible difference in your community, in your country, and indeed in the entire world? The world, my friend, is patiently waiting for you. It's waiting for your unique and invaluable contribution. There is something truly special that only you can bring to the table, something that only you can offer. And if you don't step up, if you don't courageously seize your opportunity, the world will genuinely miss out on what you have to offer. Now, I understand that it can feel incredibly scary to put yourself out there, to take risks, to face the very real possibility of failure. But let me impress upon you this crucial truth: failure is not the antithesis of success. It is, in fact, an integral part of success. Every single successful person you admire has encountered failure many, many times on their arduous journey to the top. The absolute key is to refuse to let failure define you. Learn from it, grow from it, and most importantly, use it as a powerful stepping stone towards your ultimate success. Remember, every time you fall, you are one step closer to truly soaring, and here's another vital truth to keep firmly in mind. Success is not a fixed destination, it is an ongoing journey. It's not about reaching some ultimate goal and then simply stopping. It's about continuous growth, continuous improvement, about striving to become a little bit better every single day. Think about it this way: if you improve just 1% every day in a year, you will be an astonishing 37 times better than you are right now. That, my friends, is the incredible power of consistent, incremental improvement. It might not seem like much on a day-to-day basis, but over time it compounds into monumental change. Now, let's address something that holds back a staggering number of people: fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. Fear is a natural human emotion. It's an intrinsic part of being human, but truly successful people aren't fearless. They feel the fear, and they choose to act anyway. You see, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the profound ability to act in spite of fear. And every single time you confront your fears, every time you deliberately step outside of your comfort zone, you grow stronger, you become more resilient, you become far more capable of handling whatever unpredictable challenges life chooses to throw your way. And let me assure you, life will throw a lot your way. There will be daunting challenges, there will be painful setbacks, and there will be moments when you feel an overwhelming urge to simply give up. But those, my friends, are the defining moments. Those are the moments when you must dig deep within yourself and vividly recall why you started in the first place. Remember your dreams, remember your goals, remember all the people who are quietly counting on you to succeed. Use that as powerful fuel to keep going when things inevitably get tough, and they will get tough. Success is not a smooth, perfectly straight line. It's a bumpy, winding road filled with unexpected twists and turns. There will be exhilarating ups and discouraging downs. There will be times when you feel like you're on top of the world, and times when you feel like you're back at square one. But here's the fundamental truth: as long as you keep moving forward, as long as you keep learning and growing, you are making progress, even if it doesn't immediately feel like it. You are getting closer to your goals with every single step you take. Now, let's discuss something absolutely crucial for success: your mindset. Your mindset is everything. It's the unique lens through which you perceive the world, and if you genuinely aspire to be successful, you need to meticulously cultivate a growth mindset. What exactly is a growth mindset? It's the profound belief that your abilities can be continually developed and enhanced through unwavering dedication and consistent hard work. It's the polar opposite of a fixed mindset, which clings to the belief that your qualities are immutable and carved in stone. People who possess a growth mindset enthusiastically embrace challenges, they persist resolutely in the face of setbacks, they view effort as the undeniable path to mastery, they learn invaluable lessons from criticism, and they discover inspiration in the triumphs of others. And guess what? These are precisely the qualities that characterize successful individuals. So, how do you actively develop a growth mindset? It all begins with heightened awareness. Pay meticulous attention to your thoughts. When you encounter a challenge, do you reflexively think, "I can't do this"? Or do you think, "I can't do this yet"? That tiny, powerful word "yet" makes all the difference. It transforms a statement of resignation into a statement of determined possibility. Another cornerstone of a growth mindset is embracing failure. Now, I know that might sound counterintuitive who wants to embrace failure. But please hear me out. Failure is not the end, it's not even a mere detour, it is unequivocally a learning opportunity. Every single failure carries with it a valuable lesson, if you are simply willing to actively seek it out. Think about it this way: when a baby is learning to walk, they stumble and fall hundreds of times, but do we label those falls as failures? Of course not. We instinctively view them as an essential part of the learning process. We encourage the baby to get back up and bravely try again. Well, that's precisely how you should approach your own perceived failures. They aren't failures at all, they are indispensable stepping stones on your unwavering path to success. Now, let's talk about something else that's undeniably crucial for success: your habits. You see, as the timeless adage goes, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act but a habit. Your daily habits, the seemingly small, consistent actions you take day in and day out, are what will ultimately determine your success. Consider this. If you commit to reading just 10 pages of a truly good book every single day, by the end of the year you will have devoured over 600 pages. That's the equivalent of approximately 12 substantial books. Imagine the vast amount of knowledge you would acquire, how profoundly you would grow as a person. Or, let's say you decide to save just $5 a day. That might not seem like much, but over a year that accumulates to $1,825. Over 10 years, with the magic of compound interest, that could blossom into a truly significant sum. And that's from just $5 a day. The fundamental point is this: small, consistent actions, when performed diligently, lead to monumental results. It's not about attempting huge, dramatic, unsustainable changes. It's about making small, highly sustainable changes that you can consistently adhere to over the long term. So, ask yourself, what specific habits can you consciously develop that will steadily move you closer to your cherished goals? Perhaps it's waking up an hour earlier to dedicate time to your side business. Maybe it's spending 30 minutes each day actively learning a new, valuable skill. Perhaps it's making 3 strategic sales calls every single day. Whatever it is, make it specific, make it measurable, and most importantly, make it something you can consistently execute. Now, here's another critical insight to keep firmly in mind: success leaves clues. Whatever you aspire to achieve, the chances are incredibly high that someone has already accomplished it. And that, my friends, is unequivocally good news, because it means you can learn immensely from their experience. You can meticulously study their habits, their strategies, their very mindset. Back in my day, we largely had to rely on books and seminars to glean wisdom from successful individuals. And make no mistake, those are still incredibly valuable resources. But today, you are blessed with so many more options. You can watch insightful interviews online, listen to illuminating podcasts, read informative articles. The knowledge is readily available. All you need to do is actively seek it out and diligently apply it. But here's the absolute key: don't just passively consume this information, take decisive action on it. Knowledge without corresponding action is, quite simply, useless. It's not merely what you know that determines your success, it's what you do with what you know. Now, let's talk about something that's often profoundly overlooked when it comes to success: your environment. You see, you are, to a significant extent, the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment shapes you far more than you might consciously realize. Think about it. If you consistently spend time with positive, ambitious individuals who are actively working towards their goals, you are far more likely to instinctively adopt those very same attitudes and behaviors. On the flip side, if you find yourself surrounded by negative people who are perpetually complaining and making excuses, it's going to be exponentially harder to maintain a positive and determined attitude. So, take a truly honest look at your current environment. Are the people around you lifting you up or dragging you down? Are they enthusiastically encouraging your dreams or casually dismissing them? Are they actively pushing you to become your best self or inadvertently enabling your worst habits? Now, I'm certainly not advocating that you summarily cut people out of your life, but you absolutely do need to be acutely mindful of who you're spending the most time with and how they are profoundly influencing you. Actively seek out people who genuinely inspire you, who courageously challenge you to be better. Join groups or communities of like-minded individuals who are traversing a similar path. And remember, your environment isn't solely limited to the people around you. It also encompasses the information you consume, the places you frequent, the very things you choose to surround yourself with. So, be incredibly intentional about creating an environment that powerfully supports your goals and actively nurtures your growth. Now, let's delve into something that's absolutely crucial for success: taking unwavering responsibility for your life. You see, there are fundamentally two types of people in this world: those who proactively make things happen and those who idly wonder what on earth happened. Which one are you going to choose to be? Taking responsibility means unequivocally understanding that you are the sole author of your own life story. It means recognizing that your current situation, whatever its nature, is the direct result of your past decisions and actions. And, even more importantly, it means understanding that your future is entirely determined by the decisions and actions you choose to take today. This can be a hard pill to swallow, I admit. It's often far easier to blame our circumstances, to point accusatory fingers at others, to concoct excuses for why we're not where we aspire to be. But here's the critical insight: as long as you're blaming others or fabricating excuses, you are actively giving away your power. You're implicitly declaring that your life is controlled by external factors rather than by you. But when you bravely take responsibility, when you emphatically declare, "This is my life and I am in charge of it," that's when truly transformative change begins to unfold. That's when you start perceiving opportunities instead of overwhelming obstacles. That's when you start taking decisive action instead of passively waiting for things to magically happen. Now, I'm certainly not asserting that external factors are irrelevant. Of course they matter. We all encounter challenges and setbacks that are undeniably beyond our direct control. But what consistently distinguishes successful individuals from the rest is how they choose to respond to these challenges. Do they exploit them as convenient excuses to give up? Or do they ingeniously use them as potent fuel to push even harder? You see, life doesn't always bestow upon us exactly what we desire, but it always gives us precisely what we need to grow. Every challenge, every setback, every perceived failure is, at its core, an opportunity to learn, to improve, to become unequivocally stronger. But only if you choose to perceive it that way. So I issue this profound challenge to you: take full, uncompromising responsibility for your life. Stop blaming, stop making excuses, stop perpetually waiting for the perfect moment. Take decisive charge of your life today. Because if you don't, someone else inevitably will, and you might not particularly care for the direction they choose to steer it in. Now, let's discuss something else that's undeniably crucial for success: goal setting. You see, success doesn't simply happen by accident. It's the direct result of having clear, singularly focused goals and consistently taking action towards those goals. Think of your goals as the meticulously planned destinations on a map. Without a clear destination, you're merely wandering aimlessly. You might be moving, but you're not genuinely progressing towards anything specific. But when you possess a crystal, clear destination, you can meticulously plan your route, you can accurately measure your progress, and you can make necessary adjustments along the way. So, how do you effectively set impactful goals? Well, first and foremost, they need to be specific. I want to be successful is not a goal, it's a mere wish. A genuine goal would sound something like, I want to start a business that generates $100,000 in revenue in its first year. Do you perceive the profound difference? The second statement provides you with something concrete and tangible to diligently work towards. Your goals also absolutely need to be measurable. You must be able to accurately track your progress. This not only helps you remain steadfastly on track, but also furnishes you with the vital motivation to keep going as you visibly see yourself inching closer to your goal. They should be achievable yet simultaneously challenging. If your goals don't instill a slight tremor of fear within you, they're likely not ambitious enough. Remember, true growth occurs precisely outside of your comfort zone. Your goals should be highly relevant to your overarching vision for your life. Do not set goals simply because you believe you should or because someone else suggests you should. Set goals that truly resonate with you, that profoundly align with your deepest values and your grand vision for your future. And finally, your goals should be time-bound. Assign yourself a definite deadline. Without a timeline, it's far too easy to perpetually postpone things to someday. And let me tell you, someday never truly arrives. Now, once you've meticulously set your goals, write them down. There's an undeniable power in committing your goals to paper. It makes them real, it makes them tangible, and it significantly increases your commitment to achieving them. But setting goals is merely the foundational first step. The real work, the transformative work, lies in relentlessly pursuing those goals day in and day out. It's about taking consistent, unwavering action even when you don't feel like it. It's about maintaining an unwavering focus on your goals even when life relentlessly attempts to distract you. And let me assure you, life will try to distract you. There will always be something that seems more urgent, more immediate. But successful individuals instinctively grasp the crucial distinction between what's urgent and what's truly important. They keep their eyes firmly fixed on the prize, even when shiny objects temptingly try to capture their attention. Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial for long-term success: continuous learning and personal growth. You see, in today's incredibly rapidly changing world, if you're not actively growing, you are, by definition, falling behind. The skills that propelled you to your current position today won't necessarily be the skills that will carry you to where you aspire to be tomorrow. Back in my era, you could acquire a trade or a profession and be secure for life, but that is simply no longer the case. Today, you are compelled to be constantly updating your skills, continually expanding your knowledge, and perpetually pushing the boundaries of what you are capable of achieving. And here's the truly beautiful thing: there has never been a more opportune time to embrace lifelong learning. You have unprecedented access to more information, more resources, and more opportunities to learn than any generation in recorded history. You can learn almost anything you desire, often entirely for free, with just a few clicks of a mouse. But here's the absolute key: don't just learn for the sheer sake of learning, learn with a definite purpose. Learn things that will purposefully move you closer to your cherished goals. Learn things that will significantly enhance your value in the marketplace. Learn things that will empower you to solve complex problems and create exciting new opportunities. And remember, learning isn't just about the passive acquisition of information. It's fundamentally about applying what you learn. It's about transforming knowledge into decisive action. Because at the end of the day, it's not simply what you know that counts, it's what you do with what you know. Now, let's touch upon something that's often sadly overlooked when it comes to success: The profound importance of giving back. You see, true success isn't merely about what you personally achieve for yourself. It's equally, if not more, about the positive impact you have on the lives of others. Think about it. The most genuinely successful, the most deeply fulfilled people are those who have discovered a meaningful way to utilize their success to make a tangible difference in the world. They intrinsically understand that with great success comes great responsibility. They leverage their resources, their influence, their invaluable knowledge to uplift and empower others. And here's the wonderful truth. Giving back isn't just beneficial for others, it's incredibly beneficial for you too. It imbues you with a profound sense of purpose, it adds a deeper layer of meaning to your success, and it connects you with others in a truly deep and meaningful way. And, quite often, it opens up entirely new opportunities that you would never have encountered otherwise. So, as you relentlessly pursue your goals, as you diligently ascend the ladder of success, always be consciously thinking about how you can powerfully leverage your success to create a positive and lasting impact. Now, I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial for success: your attitude. You see, your attitude is akin to the fundamental filter through which you experience the entire world. It colors everything you perceive, everything you undertake, and every experience you encounter. And here's the pivotal point: your attitude is a deliberate choice. You can consciously choose to cultivate a positive, optimistic attitude, or you can choose to embrace a negative, pessimistic one. And that singular choice will have an absolutely massive impact on your ultimate success. Think about it. When you possess a positive attitude, you invariably perceive opportunities where others only see impenetrable obstacles. You discern valuable lessons in failure where others only perceive crushing defeat. You effortlessly attract positive people and enriching experiences into your life. On the contrary, when you harbor a negative attitude, you are perpetually seeking what's amiss. You fixate on problems rather than actively seeking solutions. You inadvertently repel the very people and opportunities that could profoundly aid your success. So, I wholeheartedly challenge you to consciously choose a positive attitude. Choose to actively seek out the good in every conceivable situation. Choose to genuinely believe in yourself and your inherent ability to triumph over any obstacle. Choose to perceive challenges as invaluable opportunities for significant growth. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what about when things are truly difficult? What about when life throws an unexpected curveball? Well, let me share a fundamental truth with you. Tough times do not last, but tough people absolutely do. It is precisely during those arduous times that your attitude matters the most. It's relatively easy to maintain a positive attitude when everything is smoothly going your way. The true litmus test of character is your ability to steadfastly maintain that positive attitude when circumstances are far from ideal. Remember, it's not what happens to you that solely determines your success, it's how you respond to what happens to you. And your attitude plays an unequivocally colossal role in that response. Now, let's discuss something else that's crucial for success: the profound power of focus. You see, where focus goes, energy flows. What you consistently focus on expands. So, if you genuinely desire to be successful, you need to be extraordinarily intentional about where you choose to place your focus. Are you focused on your goals, or are you consumed by your fears? Are you concentrating on viable solutions, or are you endlessly dwelling on problems? Are you focusing on what you can genuinely control, or are you needlessly wasting precious energy worrying about things completely beyond your influence? Successful individuals have meticulously learned to channel their energy towards the things that matter most. They have mastered the art of saying no to debilitating distractions, of systematically eliminating time wasting activities and of diligently prioritizing the activities that propel them closer to their cherished goals. And here's another critical aspect of focus. It's not just about what you focus on, but also about how long you can sustain that intense focus. In today's distracted world, the ability to focus deeply for extended periods of time is becoming increasingly rare. And that, my friends, means it's becoming increasingly valuable. So, deliberately train your focus like you would meticulously train a muscle. Begin with short, focused work periods and gradually increment the duration. Systematically eliminate distractions from your environment. Practice being fully and completely present in whatever task you are undertaking. Now, let's discuss something that's often sadly overlooked when it comes to success: the vital importance of rest and renewal. You see, success isn't about working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's fundamentally about working smart, and that unequivocally includes making dedicated time to rest and recharge. Think about it. If you relentlessly push yourself without ever taking time to adequately recover, what inevitably happens? You burn out. Your productivity plummets, your creativity dries up, your health suffers, and ultimately, you become far less effective in pursuing your goals. Successful people deeply understand the critical importance of balance. They work incredibly hard, yes, but they also deliberately carve out time for rest, for genuine relaxation, and for engaging in activities that authentically renew their energy and spark their creativity. So, please do not feel guilty about taking time off. Do not succumb to the pervasive myth that true success necessitates sacrificing every other meaningful aspect of your life. Make conscious time for the things that truly recharge you, whether that involves invigorating exercise, calming meditation, spending tranquil time in nature, or simply ensuring you get a consistently good night's sleep. Remember, it's not about the sheer number of hours you put in. It's about the sheer quality of the work you can produce within the hours you do dedicate. And to consistently produce high-quality work, you absolutely need to be well rested and fully energized. Now, let's talk about something else that's undeniably crucial for success: the unyielding power of persistence. You see, most people tend to overestimate what they can realistically achieve in a single year, but they vastly underestimate what they can achieve in a decade of consistent, dedicated effort. Success is not about making one monumental leap. It's about taking small, deliberate steps consistently over a protracted period of time. It's about faithfully showing up day after day, even when you genuinely don't feel like it. It's about bravely pushing through the plateaus, those frustrating times when it feels like you're not making any discernible progress whatsoever. And think about it. Every single major achievement in recorded history was the direct result of persistent, relentless effort. The Wright brothers didn't invent the airplane overnight. Thomas Edison didn't magically create the light bulb in a single day. These monumental achievements were the culmination of years of persistent effort, of unequivocally refusing to capitulate in the face of daunting setbacks and repeated failures. And here's the fundamental truth: persistence is a conscious choice. It's a deliberate decision you make every single day to keep going, to keep pushing forward, even when circumstances become incredibly challenging. It's about possessing the profound discipline to consistently do what unequivocally needs to be done, even when you don't feel a flicker of motivation. Because, let me tell you something, motivation is a notoriously fickle emotion. It comes and goes unpredictably. You cannot reliably depend on motivation alone to achieve your ambitious goals. What you can rely on is discipline. Discipline is what propels you out of bed in the morning when you'd much rather luxuriate in sleep. Discipline is what keeps you diligently working on your goals when you'd much prefer to be doing something else entirely. So, diligently cultivate discipline. Make it an ingrained habit to consistently do what needs to be done, irrespective of how you feel in the moment. Because it is precisely those consistent, disciplined actions that accumulate over time to create truly extraordinary results. Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial for success: the profound power of belief. You see, your beliefs fundamentally shape your reality. What you genuinely believe about yourself, about your intrinsic capabilities, about what is truly possible for you, has an incredibly profound impact on what you ultimately achieve. If you genuinely believe you can achieve something, you will invariably discover a way to make it a reality. If you firmly believe it's impossible, you will effortlessly find countless reasons why you cannot accomplish it. It's truly as simple as that. Consider the historical example of the 4-minute mile. For countless years, people universally believed it was physically impossible for a human being to run a mile in under 4 minutes. And for years, no one did. But then in 1954, Roger Bannister heroically broke that seemingly impenetrable barrier. And do you know what transpired afterward? Within just a single year, an astonishing 16 other runners also broke the 4-minute mile barrier. What dramatically changed the barrier wasn't physical, it was entirely mental. Once people genuinely believed it was possible, they were inherently able to accomplish it. So, I earnestly ask you, what limiting beliefs are currently holding you captive? What debilitating stories are you perpetually telling yourself about what you can and cannot achieve? Because let me tell you something absolutely vital. Those stories are not immutable facts, they are merely beliefs. And beliefs, my friends, can be consciously changed. Choose to wholeheartedly believe in yourself. Choose to genuinely believe in your innate ability to learn, to grow, to valiantly overcome obstacles. Choose to firmly believe that you are unequivocally capable of achieving extraordinary things. Because when you truly believe it, you will instinctively begin taking the necessary actions that will transform it into a tangible reality. Now, let's talk about something else that's crucial for success: the paramount importance of taking action. You see, knowledge is indeed power, but only when it is actively applied. It's simply not enough to merely know what to do, you must actually do it. I have witnessed countless individuals who possess all the requisite knowledge to be incredibly successful. They've meticulously read all the books, diligently attended all the seminars, assiduously watched all the videos, yet they remain unsuccessful. Why? Because they never actually take decisive action on what they've learned. You see, success absolutely loves speed, it thrives on action. The most successful individuals are those who are swift to implement new ideas, quick to seize opportune moments. Now, I'm certainly not advocating for reckless behavior, but I am emphatically stating that you need to conquer the paralysis of analysis. Do not become ensnared in the endless planning phase. Do not perpetually wait for perfect conditions, because let me tell you something, perfect conditions do not and never will exist. There will always be compelling reasons not to take action. There will always be inherent risks, and there will always be lingering uncertainties. But successful individuals take action anyway. They inherently understand that imperfect action is infinitely superior to perfect inaction. So, whatever ambitious goal you're diligently working towards, whatever cherished dream you're passionately pursuing, take action today. Take one small, purposeful step, and then another, and then another. Because those small, consistent steps taken diligently over time are precisely what lead to truly monumental results. Now, let's talk about something that's often profoundly overlooked when it comes to success: the transformative power of gratitude. You see, gratitude is not merely a pleasant sentiment. It is a powerful, dynamic force that can profoundly transform your entire life and dramatically accelerate your success. When you meticulously cultivate an attitude of gratitude, You consciously shift your focus from what you perceive you lack to what you already possess in abundance. And when you purposefully focus on abundance rather than scarcity, you inherently open yourself up to even greater abundance. Gratitude also helps you maintain a crucial perspective. It enables you to genuinely appreciate your progress even when you haven't yet reached your ultimate destination. It helps you discover profound joy in the journey itself, not solely in the arrival at the destination. And here's something else: gratitude is remarkably attractive. When you are genuinely grateful, you radiate positive energy. You intrinsically become the kind of person others desire to be around, desire to assist, desire to collaborate with. So, make gratitude a non-negotiable daily practice. Take dedicated time each day to reflect on all the things you are truly grateful for. Express sincere appreciation to the important people in your life. Actively seek out the good in every single situation, even the most challenging ones. Now, as we approach the conclusion of our time together, I want to circle back to where we initially began. Why not you? Why not you for extraordinary success? Why not you for profound happiness? Why not you for all the wonderful, enriching things life has to offer? You see, the only person who can truly and unequivocally limit you is yourself. The only genuine barrier between you and your most cherished dreams is the one you inadvertently create within your own mind. So, I issue this profound challenge to you: dare to dream big, set audacious, inspiring goals, believe implicitly in yourself and your inherent ability to achieve those monumental goals. And then, take consistent, unwavering action towards transforming your dreams into a vibrant reality. Remember, success is not a privileged domain reserved for a select few. It is readily available to anyone who is truly willing to pay the price. And that price, as we've discussed, is paid in unyielding dedication, in relentless perseverance, and in an insatiable willingness to constantly learn and grow.